Hey Joelle, yeah, that's great that you got the layer mask sorted out. So I mostly have the same suggestions as last week, so I'll just repeat a few of them. It's hard to make sense out of the background. It just doesn't, I know what you're trying to do, but it's just hard to perceive, and this line looks like kind of a stick that's going up into the figure. So you might want to work with some different ways to make this more viewable. So yeah, another thing you can do is, I'm going to put all these in a folder. Just a second. Another thing you could do is move it over a little bit, but then again you have to delete all that stuff back there. But if you move it over, it's, I don't know, see, that line is just problematic. So I would definitely look at fixing some of this stuff. You've got some mask issues here too. So when I really zoom in, I'm seeing the fragments of the mask for here, and there's a little bit of masking issues. So I would definitely go in and clean, especially up through here, clean those up. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, oh, I see there's a fragment up here too. I don't know where that came from. Another thing I would suggest too is to, I like the font. It's a little bit hard to, oh, I need to move this. Move your thing over so it's not, yeah, there's just some issues. You can see the little mask issues. So another thing I would do is I would break up each one of these words and put it on a different layer, so then you can move it around. So then you could do, move it around into the negative space better. The drop shadow is a little bit, making it a little bit hard to see. So you could go in and add, some kind of stroke or something that would, work to make it stand out a little bit, something like, like a light red color, or let's see what the dark would look like. Just play with it. I'm just clicking around in the colors here. It'll make it stand out a little bit more. There's a couple other things you can do. You can do an outer glow. Drop shadows tend to make it hard to read, and the text could be a lot bigger. You've got a lot of negative space. So I would suggest working on, continuing to work on cleaning this up. Though your masks look, your masks are making good progress as well. So yeah, and then if you split these words up onto different layers, then you can really move them around and, change them and, just put them into the negative space more. Oh, and one more thing, I would suggest doing this cast shadow tutorial. It's at the top of the threads, these current threads right here. And this is really easy, and it really makes it look more realistic because it's darker, closer to the subject. So I would also suggest that. And then you could pull it down this way, and it's going to take care of the negative space of, it would take care of the negative space in this area here. Okay, so anyway, I hope you found this useful, and let me know if you have any questions. One more draft to go pretty much. So you've got kind of a lot of work to do, so I would try to get started as soon as possible. You can always send me, drafts to look at or post them. Okay, so yeah, good progress.